and good evening, everybody. Good evening. Happy Sunday. I hope we are all well. I hope we've had an amazing weekend. Happy Father's Day to all dads here. You're appreciated. And I hope you've had an amazing day. So allow me to just share my screen just so that we can go right into it. Yes. So welcome all, especially the guests. This is actually meant for you to be able to look at an opportunity that you've been invited to look at. So karibuni sana. So I'll just first of all share why the main reasons why we are looking at this opportunity. And many of these things that I'll be able to share, most of us can be able to relate to them. And some of us are listening to this because generally we just want to be entrepreneurs. For whatever reason you're here, this is an opportunity for everybody. Doesn't matter your background, your experience, it really doesn't matter. So let's just share a few of the situations that are on the ground. Of course, unemployment is one of them. I don't think this even needs too much explanation. COVID-19, I believe, showed people fire. People realize that if you do not have a plan B, there's a problem. You're actually living a very risky life. You can lose your job. You can be made redundant anytime. And then inflation. I think this is actually worldwide. It is global. Now that I've seen and heard, there are people who are have logged into this meeting, and they are away from Kenya. Office. I remember being a diabetes nurse educator. My title was very fancy. Diabetes nurse educator with a multinational company from Denmark, and I was the only diabetes nurse educator. But when it went to my salary, it was not really matching the title. So I know some of us can relate to that, especially those who are employed, long working hours, no time for your family. There are people who have very good careers and a very, very, very good income, but the time to be able to spend with their loved ones is a problem. No saving for the future. You're just living from paycheck to paycheck. Big goals which might take longer to be achieved, etc., etc. I want to address these things first before I share my story, so that we can be able to be at par and really relate with why really we are here. Like I've said, there are other reasons. Basically, you could be so hungry for progress like me. You could be here because you want to challenge yourself. You could be here because you have learned entrepreneurship is a very good thing to be able to get involved with. Probably it is life that has pushed you to the corner, and you're like, if I don't diversify my income, I will keep struggling and surviving instead of living. For whatever reason you're here, I would like to share this amazing opportunity. And from these pointers, yes, we're not here to just survive. We're here to live life. For the young people who are here, we are living life in our 20s, 30s, and not at 40. And for the people who are listening to this as 40-year-olds and above, the time is still now. Really, it's the case. That case of the other better time other than now was yesterday. It doesn't matter what your age is. You are at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Yeah. So we are going to diversify our income sources for sure. Break free from generational chains. We are winners. We are different, and we are rewriting our stories. If you believe all this, say yes on the chat box. Say yes on the chat box. Say yes on the chat box. I don't know about you, but my story began in 2015, and I listened to an opportunity, and that evening my life changed. So that could be your story too, about what you're about to experience tonight. You could look back at this evening and say, I logged into a meeting virtually on a Sunday evening, and the rest is history, and you'll have a big smile on your face. I don't know. So my journey began in 2015. I was called in by my high school friend. She's called Ruth. And Ruth told me, Rhoda, come see what I'm doing. I've just started a business, and you might want to take a look, and maybe it could be for you. So I came. I'm so glad I came. Then I was 23 years. I was practicing as a nurse. And I can say I was comfortable. I was still living with my mom. I was making 50 to 60,000 Kenya shillings. That's around 500 to 600 USD. And I was comfortable. I was comfortable. I cannot say I was broke. But every time I would look at my long-term goals. Every time I would look at the things that I wanted to do, the bigger things I wanted to do, I honestly felt very nervous. I felt very anxious because it reached a point I had already established that the lifestyle I wanted, my nursing career could not deliver. And my birthdays became now a source of not just celebration, but a source of some level of anxiety, and I was just sick of it. So personally, I came to this business because I wanted progress. I wanted to make sure that I am moving, I'm not stagnating. And when the opportunity was shared to me, everything made sense. It was honestly love at first sight. And I partnered immediately. I didn't stop what I was doing, which is an exciting part about this business. You don't have to let go of what you're currently doing. So I did the business part-time very comfortably, still practicing as a nurse, and I continued on for 8 months. January 2016, that was now 8 months later, I had stepped up on the marketing plan. I was now making an extra 40 to 50,000 on a monthly basis since my first full month in the business. Now that is like I was making my salary as a nurse in profits in this business and bonuses. And I was like, you know what, it's time to resign and just focus on the business. That was a personal decision. I was not coerced by anybody. And I started doing the business full time. Fast forward to where I am right now, I can say Forever has been exactly what how it was explained to me. It has been exactly what it is and how it is described. In fact, it exceeded my expectations. What I loved most when I looked at the opportunity was the lifestyle, the promise of progress, which is what I was looking for. And right now, from travels, I had never boarded a plane coming into this business as a 23-year-old. Within 2.5 years, I had already done 9 international and regional destinations, courtesy the business. I'm a car enthusiast, being able to drive my first Audi A4 at 26 years. I had not even learned how to drive, making 3,000 USD, that's 300,000 Kenya shillings within 2 years of resigning my job. Being able to qualify for 90% of the company incentives in 3 years doing this business. And of course, my biggest pride and joy is the team that I'm building, being able to impact people's lives and say, yes, there are people that have been able to mentor directly or indirectly that have been able to tick their goals and have their lives transformed. I thought land is bought with loans, being able to buy land cash. I could go on and on and on. For the 8 years I've been here, I am happy that I made that decision. I'm happy I didn't make those excuses because I had all the reasons to make excuses. I'm an introvert. I'm socially awkward. I don't have much of social media presence. I've never sold a thing in my life. I mean, the list of excuses would have been long if I decided to go that route. And I'm so happy I didn't. And the future is honestly bright. Now, that is just a little bit about me, Rhoda Mwangi, and I'll be able to share with you exactly what worked for me, which is this amazing opportunity. And it is none other than Forever Living Products. And let me say, when I was seated on that front row next to Ruth Nchekei, looking at this first slide, your dream, our plan, it was very comforting. It didn't say your qualifications, our plan. It didn't say your experience, our plan. It didn't say your expertise, our plan. It just said your dream, our plan. I didn't have any of those other things, but I had a dream. I had my goals set. And I was ready to look at the plan. And I believe you as a guest. I want to just reassure you, it doesn't matter whether you've never done business ever before. It honestly, I promise you, it doesn't really matter. Just be as open-minded as possible as I share this opportunity. What matters is those ambitions that you have, those goals that you have. Listen to the plan, see if it makes sense to you, and that's just about it. So let's begin by taking a look at who Forever is. What exactly is this company? So we are international. Let's start there. We are vertically integrated and debt-free. Forever is the largest producer and distributor of aloe and aloe vera-based products. So if you're talking about aloe vera, we definitely know it has to start with a plant somewhere, all the way to production, all the way to the final consumer. So when we say vertically integrated, we mean from the plant to the product to the final consumer, that whole process Forever completely dominates. Like there are no middlemen who come in to interfere with that whole process. Debt-free means we are a cash-rich company. We experience with a long-standing management team. In fact, collectively, all the experience of the management team totals up to over 300 plus years. So that tells you we are dealing with a company that has very, very experienced management. We're operating in over 160 countries worldwide. You know, as a new person, I was like, okay, these are many governments to approve of a company. There's no way all these governments were lured to approve of a scam. You know, these are very many countries. This is like 3/4 of the world. You know, we are now 45 years. We just celebrated 45 years last month. You know, very exciting. It's special too. It's not common for a company to be in business for that long. And see the last part of that statement, of uninterrupted growth. You know, it's not just growth, it's uninterrupted. That it has been a steady upward curve through and through. We are doing business in the health and wellness sector, which is a multi-trillion-dollar global market. I say it's one thing to be an entrepreneur. It's one thing to be an entrepreneur in an industry that is thriving, that is actually not going to be beneficial just now, but it's going to be beneficial many years from now. Okay. So why aloe? Why is aloe at the center of our production? Why have we chosen it to be the number one ingredient in most of our products? Because it has tremendous benefits for our health inside and out. I believe this is not the first time you're hearing aloe vera. I don't think I'm the first person to tell you about aloe vera. You've heard of it. You highly likely already know it's well known for its especially health benefits. So on the inside, aloe supports digestive health. It promotes healthy immunity, nutrient absorption, and boosts natural energy levels. And I believe even for you, probably you are in need of such benefits, or we already know a few people who would love something that can be able to deliver this kind of benefits. On the outside, it moisturizes, it conditions, and it even soothes the skin. Now, some of us have attended, presentations, business presentations, maybe even from other companies, or we are just curious generally. What makes Forever unique? What exactly makes you guys different? You know, what makes you stand out? So let's go through these bullet points. Number one, we are the world's largest grower and manufacturer of aloe and aloe vera based products. So we are not trying with aloe vera. We are not trying to see how aloe vera goes. We actually produce over 60% of the world's aloe. So we are the giants when it comes to aloe and aloe vera based products. We hand harvest our aloe. That's just to make sure that purity is at its best. And we use the hand filleted inner leaf gel of the aloe plant, which is the perfect part for human consumption. There's a part of the aloe plant that is not fit for human consumption, and most people don't know that. That is why when your client tells you, me, I've planted my aloe vera, those are the kind of things that you need to tell them. You know, there are over 200 species of aloe vera. Not all are fit for human consumption. Forever uses the very best. Okay. Then patented stabilization process. Okay. The way we stabilize our products, especially the aloe based products, it is patented, meaning legal protection. Nobody can copy the process in which we stabilize our products. And you, as a guest listening to this, what this tells you is nobody will come in and say we also have aloe vera like Forever's. You know, you don't have to worry about counterfeit products, which is one of the things that has shut down many good companies. You know, some fake competitor comes through and they're selling the sort of like a quote unquote similar product at a cheaper price, and that is why the original company is taken out of business. Now you do not have to worry about that partnering with Forever Living products. Our manufacturing process is aseptic. Again, this is just to secure the purity of our products. Our products are of very high quality. They're naturally derived and scientifically advanced. licensed. And we even have an advisory board of highly qualified professionals to ensure that we're not just talking about natural products. I mean, I don't think there's any company that says our products have chemicals. Almost every company says ours are natural, no side effects. But what proof do you have that truly they are fit for human consumption? Just because something is natural does not mean it is safe. Natural does not mean safe. Safety is having seals of approval that actually confirm that. And we have them, as you can be able to see down there. International Aloe Science Council seal. This is to say that the quality of the quality and the quantity of aloe vera in our products is really high, and it also confirms the potency and purity of the aloe in our products. Then we have kosher, one of the highest rated seals in the world. We have the cruelty-free seal, that we do not test our products on animals. We have the halal seal, that the Muslim community can comfortably use our products. And I would say the most important for somebody who is looking at this as a business. In fact, let me even zoom this one. This is the direct selling association seal. Now, let me talk about this. Many people, when they listen to a business opportunity, they say, let me go do my due diligence. And that is perfect. In fact, that is how it's supposed to be done. You need to go and research and make sure that whatever you're partnering with is not going to be another scam or anything that is not what a business should be. Now, there's already an association in the industry that is network marketing that does this for you. In fact, that is their mandate as an association. So it's called the Direct Selling Association. And what this organization does is that it scrutinizes every company that comes in any market calling themselves a network marketing company. Network marketing companies are safe business opportunities. But there are others that come with that name, but they're actually pyramids. And some of us have heard of them. Some of us have probably even had bad experiences with them. They're scams. They are here one day with a lot of hype. The next minute, they are nowhere to be seen. And all the hype dies down. So Direct Selling Association, they scrutinize the marketing plan of all network marketing companies, the founders, the motive, the products and services being sold, if they're even there, the need for those products in the market, literally everything. So that by the time you're given this membership, hey, the company has been turned inside out. It has been researched to the core that by the time you're getting that membership, for sure, or you looking at that network marketing company, for sure this is a legitimate business opportunity. You're not going to be scammed. Your money is not going to be extorted away from you. You're not going to be exploited, and you're safe. So Forever Living Products is a member of the Direct Selling Association. So, even if you go to Google and research, you'll never come close to the information that these people have about our company. So in short, what I'm trying to say is that you're looking at a legitimate business opportunity. And for somebody who resigned a very good job, I've just finished 8 years this year, I cannot agree more. I cannot agree more. So be confident and be reassured that you're looking at a true business opportunity. So let's talk about money. Let's talk about what brought you here. So how do we do this business and how do we earn money? Are we ready? If you're ready, say yes. If you're ready, say yes. I'm sure the intro was ample enough for you now, for us to be able to now transition to the next part of the presentation. Let's talk about how this business goes. So number one thing is building a retail business. And let me tell you, when I was seated on that front row again, I was waiting for the presenter to say, now the first thing we do here is bring people, and I would know right there and then, no. There's a video I was watching, it's called The Rise of the Entrepreneur. And at the end, the president of just that association I've just mentioned, the Direct Selling Association, DSA, was talking about some of the things that you look at to ensure that you're looking at a legit network marketing company. And he was saying, the minute a company emphasizes more on recruiting, more than retailing, or they don't even have a product or service they're selling, run. That's a scam. Okay, so I was happy to know that, yes, a true business is a product or service being sold to the market for a profit. And I was happy to know that, yes, the business, it all begins here on this slide, building a retail business. Okay. And let me just share for information purposes other differences between a legit network marketing company and a scam. Number one, legit network marketing companies have no joining fees, membership fees, registration fees, fines, demotions, but schemes and scams have them. That is how people lose their money. Number two, there's a product or service to be sold in a legit network marketing company. Scams have no product or service. For the most part, like the president of DSA said, they're focused more on bringing people. There's no business called bringing people. It's either you're selling a product, or if you're talking about networking and building teams, it's building teams for you to be able to continue marketing. It's literally like expanding your distribution. Okay. So those are some of the key things you can be able to notice as comparisons between legit network marketing companies and scams. And another one, very big one, in pyramids, the people who came first, I'm sure you've heard that story. Hey, if you didn't join early, you will not make it. Now, that is very common for schemes and scams and pyramids. In network marketing companies, it doesn't matter which year you came, which month you came, who you are under, who you are over, all those things, they don't matter. What matters is you've partnered. Now, your work is what pays you. Who is above you and under you is a non-issue. Okay? But in pyramids, in fact, being a pioneer is the whole point of pyramids, because they are here to last for a very short time, hype people to join and then collapse. The people who joined early, they benefit, and it's on to another pyramid. I don't know if you get the difference. Okay, so if this was a pyramid, I wouldn't have any chance of achieving anything. Now that I joined 38 years later, there's no way I would have achieved anything. But it's a legit network marketing company. It doesn't matter when you plug in. You have a fair chance to succeed as that person who joined the minute this company was founded. Okay. Let's continue. So building a retail business is where it all begins. And basically what this means is that we are moving the products. We are selling these products to be able to earn very good profits. So what are we selling? We're selling drinks. We have amazing healthy drinks. This yellow bottle is our detox drink, one of the best products you can ever use ever. Personal care, this is our tooth gel to represent personal care range, which has also deodorant, lip balms, moisturizing lotions, etc., aftershaves. Just things that people need on a daily basis. We are dealing with consumables. You're not dealing with things that people don't understand when they will need them. You're dealing with things that people are actually going to buy tomorrow in a supermarket somewhere. Okay? Now your work is just to tell them, there's a more superior, more effective product. You're literally just helping people change their shopping habits to more superior, safe products. Okay? But these are things that they already need, which is very exciting. Skincare. Just normal things, which is actually what also has kept forever in the industry for so long, because we are dealing with things that people need on a daily basis, literally essentials. So we have anti-aging products, we have products for people with problematic skin, eczema, acne, all these issues, and targeted skincare for people with specific skincare needs. And of course, we have proof of how well our products work. These are people who've been able to get so much help with our products. Can you see that? Amazing testimonies. Then we have bee products. I don't know about you, but I thought bees only produce honey, only to partner with Forever and realize there's the queen bee's food. There's the bee propolis. That is where they say the beehive is more sterile than an operating theater. Bee pollen. Very exciting things you learn, yeah? And you get to use these products as you sell them also. Nutritional supplements. We have Actic C, which is our omega. You already know people who use these things. You probably use them yourself. Calcium, vitamin C. I remember during COVID, WHO really, really popularized the use of vitamin C for immunity. So again, we are not talking about things that have never been heard of. You're actually going to be partnering with this company to share things that people already need. In fact, you're going to have people telling you, you have omega in your company. How much is it and what is different about it? Your work is to share information and make money. Simple as that. Weight management. I like sharing this because, entrepreneurship is about solving problems. WHO once rated Kenya as number 9 with the most obese or overweight women in Africa. What does that tell you? It's an unfortunate statistic, but what does that tell you? There's a problem. And guess what? We have the solution. That's the whole point of entrepreneurial success. If you have a solution that can be able to address a need in the market, you're in money. So we have amazing weight management products that actually deliver. This is actually one of my niches, and I can say works. Most importantly, it works, and money follows. So these are some of the ladies, that's some of the testimonies that we have. This is just to represent many others. On your left, that is Sandra. This is a lady I brought into the business myself. I saw her doing this program properly. She's called Sandra Obuya. She bought this she's a student, by the way. It's another thing. You earn enough money to be able to buy yourself products. Look at her, looking even way younger after doing the program. Then there's Naomi. And remember meeting her the other day at the office, and I was telling her, Yenny, you've been able to maintain this transformation 3 years later. This was her COVID transformation, did C9 and A15. You learn about these products as you continue on. So let's talk about how much profits you enjoy. And I'm telling you, sometimes you look at these figures and it feels like it's too good to be true. I remember in May, within 2 or 3 days, I had made 50,000 out of profits. And I was like, did I just make my salary within 3 days? What? Look at these profits. You start off with 30% discount. Supervisor 38%, assistant manager 43%, manager 48%. Can you imagine buying products at half price? And the profit you make is net. It's not gross, it's net. That 48% profit is net profit. You put it all in your pocket. Sometimes people usually confuse being a forever business owner and being a salesperson. Being a salesperson means you're given a product for free. You go sell. You return the money that you've been given by your client back to the company, and it's up to the company to find out how much they're going to pay you. That is not what we do here. I know for sure I wouldn't have resigned my job to do that. Here, you're a forever business owner. What that means is this: you own your business. What do entrepreneurs do? They buy products at wholesale, they sell at retail. The profit in between, they put it in their pocket. That is what we do here. Your customers are not the company's customers for them to follow up and do customer care to. It is you to do that. So you are in full control of your business. You're not a salesperson. You are a business owner. You have full control over your business. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Now it gets better. As that conventional business owner pockets that money, but still has to, remove some of that profit to pay rent, to pay employees, to do all this sort of like take care of all these business overheads. You do not have to worry about that. The company bears that burden for you. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that amazing? The company pays rent. I don't even know how much rent is paid at Reinsurance Plaza 4th floor, where we have our East Africa headquarters office. I don't know how much the employees are paid for. I don't even care to know. They are well taken care of by the company. It's not my business. And the company has made sure it's not my business. And as your partner, it won't be your business either. So when I say net profit, I mean net profit. Oh, wow. People have done amazing things with these retail profits. Who enjoys retail profits in this business? Drop a 1 on the chat box. We are selling these products and properly enjoying these profits. And let me say, it is also after tax. When I say net, it's net. If you're enjoying profits, drop a 1 on the chat box. Very exciting. But how do you get started on building a retail business in forever? Be your own best customer. That's another thing I noticed when I was new. Here, people don't just tell people, buy these products. And when you tell them, do you use? And they're like, no, you just focus on selling. No. In forever, in fact, the distributors are one of the biggest. They amount to a very good percentage of customers. They themselves are customers for the company. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, we use the products. We lead by example. We are our own best customer. That is what we are trained, And I mean, you start using the products and you're like, you know what? I can't go back to any other brand. I can't go back to any other brand. Chat me up on the chat box. Let me know what's your favorite product on the chat box. What's your favorite product on the chat box? Mine is definitely aloe vera. It was the first product I used, and wow, favorite product. I usually say it's my second favorite product after water, the best. Share the products. That is selling the products, make money. But what is the end goal? Like every other company, from Safaricom to the banks to wherever, today I'm sure you got a message, even if you are a lady of Happy Father's Day. Did we get messages like that from maybe an organization that you're involved in? That is customer care. And it's the same thing. Remember, you're a business owner. You have to do the same. You have to do the same for your customers also, because you want to develop 20 to 30 regular customers or more. These are people who come to you on a regular basis to keep purchasing. That is the end goal of any retail business. The next is to share the business. Now, up to here, this is what I've been able to share so far. Building a retail business is a must. There is no way of jumping it if you're ready to do business, because again, the foundation or the core of any business is movement of products or services to the market, so that you cannot skip. Okay. But if you want more, I remember as a part-timer, I would make 40, 50,000 or even more on a monthly basis as a part-timer practicing my nursing career. But then it reached a point, I was like, when I resigned, I was like, I didn't resign so that I can make the same amount of money in forever that I was making in my salary. I resigned to now scale my income, to even higher levels. And if that is you, if you also want to see yourself as a 6-figure income earner, you want to see yourself, living a decent life, not having to worry about this 10,000. Do I pay rent with it? Do I buy food? Do I pay for gas? Do I pay for Wi-Fi? You are sick and tired of surviving. You want abundance. You're so hungry for abundance, it's crazy. You want to start living life. You want to start for the first time, probably in a long time, to save money, that you've taken care of all bills and you have enough to save. Then guess what? I suggest you not only just share the products, but share the business opportunity. And when you do that, you'll eventually have what we call a team. Okay. And the process of building a team is just simple. Contact this person, show them the business presentation. The way the person who invited you has been able to link you up to this business presentation. Those who will join, well and good. Those who will not, no big deal. Okay. Those who will join, plan with them and be and start taking action. As simple as that. But you could be asking, how many people should I start working with? 5 key people is a good place to start. And what are you teaching these 5 key people to use the products? You're literally just duplicating yourself. You're literally teaching them exactly what was taught to you, which is what we've already covered. Being their own best customer also, using the products, developing their own customer base also, finding their own 5 key people and coaching them to duplicate the same thing again. All right? And let me tell you, this exact slide is the slide that made me want to partner with Forever. I remember when I was seated on that front row. I'll keep mentioning that. It is when this was explained that I poked Ruth and I told her I'm in. I remember her eye. It was like, what? You've not even heard of the success stories and you already want to partner? And the reason why I was so ready for this is because this is where I understood the progress I was seeking, the stagnation I wanted to come out of. I would enjoy it and I would find it. That progress, I would find it in Forever. Let me explain. So the illustration on the left, bottom left, that is you. Probably you're just selling, you're selling your products, you're making money, or you are where you are right now as a guest. Probably you're employed or you do your own businesses. So you're depending just on your own effort alone. Okay, you're just depending on your own effort alone, or you're unemployed and you've been thinking about employment. Basically, just depending on your own effort. What we say in Kiswahili here in Kenya, kutegemea jasho yako, just depending on your own sweat alone. So you're putting in 10 hours per week by yourself. But the minute you do this, which is sharing the business opportunity with other people, and you have your 5 key people, those are the 5 yellow circles you can see surrounding the black one. One is putting in 20 hours, the other 5 hours, the other 10, the other 50, the other 30. Cumulatively, you'll see the total number of hours here will be 125. And why are we totaling them up? It's because the company does not hire distributors. Okay, the company does not hire distributors. It is us who partner with like-minded people, and we partner with them to form a team. Okay, so when these people come in, the company knows it is you who has brought them in. When these people start being productive, they know it is you who trained them. So guess who gets paid for all that work? You're right. You. So that is why we are totaling even these hours for these people to be yours, because this person A putting in 20 hours, they'll be properly and 100% paid for the work that comes out of the hours that they put in. Same with the guy putting in 5 hours, the other 10 hours, the other 50, the other 30. But because, like I've said, the company acknowledges these people would not even have been here if it were not for you. And the productivity from these hours wouldn't have been there if it was not for your mentorship or your training. The company also pays you a small percentage from the productivity of all this, the productivity that is coming from all these hours. That is why we are adding up your 10 hours plus all these hours to come to 125. And this is still within within that 1 week that you're only getting 10 hours, that you're only putting in 10 hours per week. Now you have 125, not because you've decided you're not going to sleep anymore, not because you've decided you're going to work overtime. No, because you've partnered with other like-minded people. Now, productivity from 125 and productivity from 10, which is more? 125, right? Then what does that mean when it comes to income? Productivity means money being made. Where are you highly likely to make more money then? 125 also, right? So what are we looking at here? What does this mean? You've literally shrunk. How many, if you're only depending on yourself, how many weeks would you have to work to cover the 125 if you can only do 10 hours per week? 12 weeks, right? Because it would have been 10 hours times 12 weeks to give you that 125 if you're only depending on yourself. But because you've partnered with 5 key people, now you've covered 125 hours easily within that 1 week. You've literally multiplied your time with people. What does this tell you? Maybe you have these big goals. We talked about your dream, our plan. Maybe your dream is to own a home. Maybe your dream is to retire your parents. Maybe your dream is to get into real estate investments. Maybe your dream is to buy your dream car. It is to travel to that international destination. I don't know what it is for you. You do not have to wait until you're 10 years. Me, remember just feeling finally, because I wanted to make it young. That is honestly what I wanted. I wanted to make it young in my 20s. Actually, by mid-20s, I wanted to have experienced as much as I could, and it came to pass. It came to pass. So can you by leveraging on this. In fact, it's called time leverage, multiplying your time with people. And let me tell you what the wealthy people do. This is what they do, time leverage. The wealthy people do not do not think about how can I just depend on myself. No, they are always working with people. For them, it's about teamwork. It's about delegation. It's about all these kind of things. Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. That's one of the richest men in the world. Will Smith puts it even more bluntly. If you don't help people, you're wasting your time. Zig Ziglar is another mentor who says it also very nicely. If you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. But how have we been programmed? We've been programmed to think we will only make it if we just do it ourselves. Just depend on yourself. Hey, don't trust people. The wealthy people are collaborating. The people who are struggling are the ones who are competing, unfortunately. Okay? So teamwork makes the dream work. And that you can enjoy right here in Forever. So how do we measure volumes? How do we know that? How do you know you're on the right track? Every product in Forever has case credits attached to them. Every single product has CC attached to them. Okay. So one CC makes you around 10,000. Like you've said, CC are just points. Our tooth gel has its own point. Our aloe vera has its own point. So it's just an accumulation of points. When somebody asks you, how many CCs have you done? It's a representation of all the products you have moved. So how do you know you're on the right track? Do 4CC on a monthly basis. You learn more about this as you continue on. Do 4CC on a monthly basis. That is how you know you're on the right track. And how do you accumulate this 4CC? By using those products you buy for your own usage, they're accumulating. The products that you buy for to sell, they're accumulating. Or to just sell, because some clients are just going to send directly to the company pay bill. No worries. Usage, retailing, and finally building a team. When people are still growing, you have a new team, that still accumulates to your 4CC. So you have 3 ways to be able to accumulate this monthly target. And this will keep you on the right track. Nobody's going to fire you from Forever because you didn't do it. Remember, you're not coming in here to be employed by Forever. You're not working for Forever. You're partnered with Forever. It's up to you to be self-driven enough to take these targets seriously if you want to be successful. So this I've already explained. You earn from the productivity of the team that you're building. That is what we call team leading bonus. And you can earn up to 13% from the productivity of your team. And get this, the company is so generous. We are paid on the retail value of the products being moved, not even the wholesale price, the wholesale value. Sometimes it's not to say that when I was talking about pyramids and scams and schemes and whatever else, it's not to mean that other companies are pyramids and we are the only legit network marketing company in Kenya. No, there are other legitimate network marketing companies, but sometimes it boils down to how generous the marketing plan is. Is it meant to favor the founders or is it meant to favor distributors? Now, in Forever, for sure, the distributor has been put as first priority. We are properly remunerated. I won't even lie. We are properly and thoroughly and generously remunerated. So you can earn up to 13% from your team's productivity. So this is the basic marketing plan. When you want to now start the business, you start as an assistant supervisor, you grow to assistant supervisor. And this is, you get here by either buying your it's called a Start Your Journey business pack. That takes you express to assistant supervisor, or you can accumulate 2 case credits. Don't worry, the person who invited you here will be able to break down all the options depending on your situation. But the most ideal way, if you can, get the Start Your Journey business pack. If I finish this presentation and you're like, oh my goodness, I want to start, just ask, how do I get the Start Your Journey business pack? That is the best way to start. That is how I started. And that is how you are able to now to unlock the 30% profits we talked about. The bonuses are right there, very exciting. Supervisor, you've done the 4CC. You see the last column, it shows you how to get there. You've done 4CC and you've shown 3 people to do the exact same thing. Your profits have now gone to 38%. The assistant manager, you've done 4CC and you've shown 9 people to do the exact same thing. Your profits are now at 43%. Manager, you've done 4CC and you've shown 14 people to do the exact same thing. Your profits are now gone to 48%. And the bonuses, you can also see that they are also increasing. So the higher you go, the bigger the profits, the bigger the bonuses that you earn. All right. If I can share examples of how much I've earned personally, and this is not to say that this is how much you will earn. This is my own personal experience. In bonuses alone, minus profits, assistant supervisor, I remember seeing 27,000 Kenya shillings. Supervisor, I remember seeing 65,900 Kenya shillings. Assistant manager, I remember seeing 98,000 Kenya shillings. Manager, I remember seeing 486,000 Kenya shillings. Those are my top checks for each of these levels. You can make more. It is your work that pays you. The harder you work, the more money you make. And you could be asking, what happens when I get to manager? Is that the end? No, it is not. A manager is somebody who is earning 6 figures in Kenyan money. And if you want to stabilize that income even more or grow it even higher, don't keep that manager step to yourself. Show other people how they can also get to manager and earn this decent, exciting lifestyle of a forever manager. So you brought in Lucy, you've grown them to manager. Let's give that example. Lucy brought in Joy, she's grown to manager. Joy brought in Tom, he's grown to manager. So all of you are making over 150,000, okay? All of you are making 150,000. But because the company looks at this and says, wow, you're not only just a manager, you're a manager who developed other managers, whether directly or indirectly. You are definitely deserving of what you call a leadership income, aka royalty income. So what happens here? You earn 6% of Lucy's business, which is around 120K, 3% of Joy's, which is around 60K, and 2% of Tom's, which is around 40K. So 120 plus 60 plus 40, that's around 220,000 leadership income. So imagine if you have 5 lines. Let's even start with the 220,000. What can that do for you? What can that solve? What can that take care of? What can you put behind you once and for all with that kind of income monthly? How about if you have 5 lines? This is just 1 line. What if you have 5 lines? That is 1 million Kenya shillings, right? What can you do with 1 million? What can you do with 1 million every month? Haven't you solved many, many, many things? And now you are literally building wealth and a legacy. Did I mention, by the way, the team that you build and the business you build in Forever is inheritable, that you can pass it down to your kids? I mean, that gives me so much confidence and even more strength to keep building, because it's not going to end with me. It will keep going. Even even after me. It will keep going, and it's here to stay. And those are some of the benefits of building a Forever business. So Forever offers additional opportunities to increase your income and global travel and bonuses down the road. You have this Forever to Drive, aka Kaplan. It's an amazing incentive, and many people have been able to enjoy that incentive, or from the bonuses they earn on a monthly basis. As you've seen, it's a very generous company if you put in the work. Like I mentioned, it's your effort that pays you. So this is Jessie. Jessie bought herself a super bike in the middle of COVID. That is back in 2020. At the top there are my mentors. Christine Mulwa drives Land Cruiser V8. Next to her is her sister, Land Cruiser V8. Mwikali listened to the opportunity and resigned the same night. When you know what you want and you find what you want, what else is there to do? I'm not trying to tell you to resign what you're doing. I'm just telling you, these stories are here. These stories are real. Next day is myself. And let me just talk a little bit about Christine and Marian. Christine on her 18th month. Remember when I said in genuine network marketing companies, there's nothing like who came before who. Oh, I'm over you, I'm above you. There's nothing like that. Christine on her 18th month, she made 1.1 M. In fact, she was featured. She says December 2014 Daily Nation, and the article was about how I made my first M, my first 1 million. And her sister on that same month made 700,000. And you could be asking, if Marian is, the one who brought in Christine, see, she should have made maybe 1.2, 1.3. It doesn't work that way. The person who works is the person who earns. I remember listening to that story and I was like, wow, very fair. It's truly a fair ground. The person who works truly is the person who earns. You can earn more than the people who brought you here. It really does not matter, which is very exciting. Mombi Jacqueline with her Mercedes C200. You can see Dr. Waswa there with her Mercedes SUV that she also bought at the height of COVID. Then we have the Forever VWs. We have Gabbana there. She bought these cars at 24-year-old. We have Judy right there, a mompreneur with her. This is actually the latest car, another VW. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Then Charity built her parents' home at 23. The lady with the first VW. Can you imagine? 23 years. Building a nice, beautiful home for your parents. Judy Mwangi, these are the VW girls. Also, built her parents their home. Then we have Mombi. Mombi is a firstborn daughter to, I think she says, 8 siblings. Imagine paying school fees for all those siblings and still being able to build your parents a home. Isn't that exciting? What this business can be able to do, honestly, sometimes it is just incredible. It's just incredible. And if you're a big fan of travels, you can travel with us. You can properly travel with us and enjoy amazing destinations. And then one of the last one, of course, is Chairman's Bonus. Chairman's Bonus is one of the most lucrative incentives in Forever, and it's from profits that are earned from the revenue gotten from the assets that this company owns that are worth over 1.5 billion US dollars. And I like the fact that the founder of this company didn't found this company so that he can be able to buy his first car or buy his first home. He was already a self-made millionaire in the 1970s. So for him, it was truly to build a company to transform lives. Of course, it's a profit-making business, but the first priority was to truly transform lives and make an impact. And that is why it's so generous. I mean, this is the 13th check. It doesn't have to be there really, but it's another added bonus that you can be able to earn on an yearly basis. So these are our checks that we came with back home in 2019. You can see Mombi Jacqueline there, the owner of the C200 with 500,000, myself there with 530,000, Christine Moon with 1M, Jacinta Mikali 1.1M, Marian 2M. This for 2021 checks, very, 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 very exciting. And all these checks, from all over Africa. Just people like you and I doing amazing things. One that was a big check that came very close to home here. We have a medical doctor who is now a full-time business owner. That's the wife, Elizabeth Riwa. And then a former engineer who is also doing the business. Isn't this exciting? 11 million. What can 11 million do for you? So as I wind up, I'm sure you've heard, I'm sure you've seen, and I'm sure right now you're asking yourself, probably, will it work for me? Seems very exciting, but will it work for me? These are tips. If you follow these tips, yes, it will work for you. Take it seriously. In any new venture, time and effort are required, okay? Whether you're doing part-time or full-time, set time apart. And when you set that time apart for forever, give it your best. That's it. Be coachable and attend all relevant training. Commit the time required to become successful. If you're self-motivated and willing to work closely with the person who introduced you to this business, even better. Be willing to think big, dream big, and set goals for yourself and your family. Commit to having regular customers, building your team, and developing 5 key people. Be prepared to tell everyone what you're doing and have a great attitude. Because whether you want a better health or better lifestyle, Forever Living Products has the products and the opportunity for you. Thank you so much for lending me your time, for listening in. I believe at this point, you have enough information to be able to make an informed decision. Personally, I usually categorize feedback into 3 to make it very easy for you to get back to the person who invited you here. And it's divided into 3. There's type A, type B, and type C. Type C are those people who feel, you know what, that was an amazing presentation, but maybe a bit of wrong timing. I feel like maybe I'm not going to be able to be involved in the business right now, but I know of 1 person or 2 people or a few people who would definitely jump onto this idea and do this business. Guess what? Get back to the person who invited you here. Tell them I'm a type C. I can be able to share referrals. Okay? That's it. You could be a type B also. You could be a type B. Type B would mean you've listened to this opportunity and you just feel like you're more interested in the products. You know, you saw the range of products and you're like, I feel like I'm better off being a customer than a business owner. Guess what? That is still okay. Get back to the person who invited you here. Tell them I'm a type B. Tell me more about those products. I'm a type B. Tell me more about those products. They can even plan a meeting with you and do a proper presentation on what you have to offer. And then you can be one of our happy customers. Last but not least, you could be a type A. I don't know. If somebody would ask me back then what type I was, I would gladly say type A plus to infinity, because what? Like, I remember just asking myself, where have I been? You mean this actually exists? It almost felt like I was shown a jackpot and I was told, shh. I was so excited. I remember that Wednesday evening going home. It felt like hope was restored. Finally, all these things that have been locked in my mind, I can actually make them come true. You know, I can actually see them in reality. I don't have to, leave my family and go abroad to practice my nursing career. I can make it right here at home. It was so exciting. And if that is you, you felt, you know what, this actually makes sense. And it is in proper alignment to what I want, then you're a type A. Get back to the person who invited you here. Tell them I'm a type A. Tell me what is next. I'm a type A. Tell me what is next. They're going to tell you exactly what the way forward is. Again, thank you so much for listening to me. That's the end of my presentation. I'll stop my screen share. And take it back to Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you again and good night.
Amazing. Thank you so much, leader. That was a hit. I believe all the guests got the point. And if I was a guest, I would really rush for the opportunity, the so-called jackpot, as you've clearly mentioned. So for me, I don't want to spoil the party, rather be the second one to welcome you on board. And come so that we engage you more and you enjoy the opportunity that is Forever Living Products. So with that much, I'd wish all of you a happy new week in advance. Continue chasing your dreams and what matters most to you. Good night and see you next time. Bye-bye.